Big welcome to you all out there. This is another edition of the Brigades Hour, where we are opening up and bringing the brigade closer to you. I'm happy to be here once again, and in this edition, we'll not leave our history out. We have a lot of things coming up. We are focusing on Central Region, and guess who is in the house? 𝗟𝗓𝗩𝗘 himself. 𝗟𝗓𝗩𝗘. He has a lot to tell us. 50 years as a national training officer. That is big news. We'll also go through our files and we'll bring you something on the Justice Amo essay competition organized by the AMB. 𝗟𝗜𝗩𝗘 also is also around with us. And then we have a gentleman from 54th Accra, Sam. He's also going to tell us a bit about the essay competition. And so it's an interesting 60-minute package, all cooked and prepared to be served in the next 1 hour. What's our scripture for the day? Let's attend to the scripture and then we'll continue from there. Do your best to present yourself to God as one approved, a worker who does not need to be ashamed and who correctly handles the word of truth. 2 Timothy 2:15. You are to present yourself to God, one that is approved, a worker who does not need to be ashamed and who correctly handles the word of truth. As we go through the rest of the week, be sure to present yourself approved, a worker who does not need to be ashamed of the gospel. I'm trusting that this word of truth will stay with us as we go through. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on WTV, on PCG TV, as well as Adwa TV. You also find us on Facebook. If you're in the office, get onto Facebook and let's roll as we go through Brigades Hour. 60 minutes, bringing the brigade closer to you. Thank you. Let's take a break. I'll be back. Don't go away.
We are so grateful to God for the opportunity of coming your way. We thank God for the lives of the boys brigade and the girls brigade and the opportunity of coming your way to showcase what we have. It is our prayer that this will impact lives, transform lives, and bring more knowledge to bear. and it's a well-designed program to meet the needs of everybody, being adults or children, young and old. It's a program designed to meet the physical needs, spiritual needs, social needs, and then the educational needs of everyone. And therefore, the various programs cut across so many fields of life, which will benefit you. It's a long-awaited program, and we thank God it has finally come. I know and encourage all of us to stay glued to our seats and then watch this program anytime it unfolds. I'm most grateful to God for the presidents of the Boys and Girls Brigade Councils. The Boys Brigade, we have lawyer Moses Amweni, and then with the Girls Brigade, we have our Madam Irene Adama. They've helped in fashioning this program to suit all. I mean all. We also thank God for the various churches, the founding churches, being the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, the Methodist Church Ghana, AME Zion, Evangelical Presbyterian Church, and the Anglican Church. These 5 churches are the founding churches, and they are very supportive, very much supportive of this program. We thank God for giving us the moderator of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, Right Reverend Dr. Abraham Nana Oparikwachi, and the presiding bishop of the Methodist Church, Most Reverend Professor Johnson Kwabena Asamoah-Jedu, and then the Anglican Church of Ghana within the province of the West Africa, Most Reverend Dr. Cyril Ben Smith, and then Right Reverend Dr. H.K. Dela Dogbe of the AME Zion Church, and the Evangelical Presbyterian Church, the moderator, Right Reverend Colonel Retired Bliss Divine Agbogu. We also thank the affiliate churches, being Perez Chapel International and Jesus Generation. Now, we thank God for having you, and we know that the brigade will be a blessing to you because we had you in mind in designing this program.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us once again. I'm here with 𝗟𝗜𝗘, officer from Greater Accra, the historian of our time. Officer James, welcome.
Thank you very much.
What's in the books for us today?
Yeah, so today we're focusing on the Girls Brigade history. We want to see how it started in Ghana since 1955. So let's watch a video.
Had arrived in Ghana. Led by the unwavering vision of Mrs. Gladys Dagadu, the first national president, and supported by international partners like Miss Shanks, the journey began in Jamestown, within the walls of the old Methodist Mission House. With the help of the 1st Accra Boys Brigade, the first Ghanaian Girls Brigade Company was formed, and history was made. On July 23rd, 1955, the first Accra Company was officially inaugurated at Wesley Church by the late Reverend J.K. Clerk and Mr. J.E. Addo. That single moment planted the seeds of a legacy, one that would stretch far beyond the capital, reaching Latte, Obuasi, Sekondi, Cape Coast, Kumasi, and now all over Ghana. But this wasn't just growth, it was a mission, carried forward by pioneers like Mrs. Kuram and Miss Shanks, and strengthened by the tireless devotion of Mrs. Rosemary M. Creedy, a Methodist missionary who worked in the shadows, often under trying conditions, for over a decade. In 1957, with Ghana's independence came a new era. A national council was established, bringing together leaders from the Presbyterian, Methodist, Anglican, and EP churches, all united by one purpose: to shape a new generation of young girls through faith, leadership, and service. One name stands out: Mrs. Nancy Kwanzaa, a woman of action, a lieutenant in 1955. She would go on to lead the First Accra Day Company and later take over the First Accra Company, before becoming the first Ghanaian national organizer and secretary in 1978. By 1973, Ghana proudly joined the International Council, recognized for its vibrant, growing movement. Today, the Girls Brigade spans 7 administrative regions, partnering with churches of all kinds, from traditional denominations to vibrant charismatic ministries. This is more than a story. It's a legacy of courage, of sisterhood, and of unwavering faith. The Girls Brigade in Ghana continues to empower girls to rise, lead, and serve to transform girls' lives and enrich God's world. We are not just girls. We are Brigade girls, and our journey is just beginning. GB, seek, serve, and follow Christ. GB, girls' lives transformed, God's world enriched.
That was an interesting video.
Yeah, it was.
Cataloging what has been happening over the period.
Yeah.
Dagadu to Nancy and all of that. So 1955, First Accra being formed. What would you say has been the impact of this history into this GB?
Yeah, so I think basically the Girls Brigade, as it started like Girls Life Brigade before they converted, it had actually reached out to the girls who were not also captured in the object of the Boys Brigade. So it became like a partner to the Boys Brigade, serving the same mission in a different way. And they created the same platform. You saw that First Accra supported them, immensely impacted the girls at the time, and continuously transformed their life today. You see girls who probably may have gone wayward being transformed into Christ. And so that is a very important thing we need to cherish as an organization, that we didn't leave our members to the world, but we brought them into the church and helped train them in God's way.
Thank you very much, Officer James 𝗟𝗓𝗓. We've added a bit to our history, recounting how GB has gone through its past, and we saw images of training sessions and some of the girls being taught what to do and all of that. These are the things we want to instill in our girls. These are the things we want to take our girls through so that they will come fully baked. Up next, we'll be talking about the fouls. And we have the Justice Amo essay competition. The AMB is here to discuss that. Don't go away. I'll be back.
Looking for professional office space? We are here to help you out in every way. Available space to let within the building is a total of about 2,500 square meters. We have in place disability-friendly washrooms, male-female washrooms, and kitchenettes with 24/7 water supply. We are providing the best office space for your business, coupled with an on-site clinic and a spacious car park. Reach out to us before your competitors do. Wesley Towers is designed to make you feel safe offering you the needed luxurious personal space. It comes with affordable pricing package. Please contact for details and inspection on 0503 109 978, 0500 166 304, or 0556 302 880, or 0243 614 423. Wesley Towers, offering you a safe, secured, luxurious office space.
Thank you for sticking around. From our files, I've been joined by Ebenezer Owusu, who is the Connectional Assistant Secretary of the Association of Methodist Brigades, and together with him is an active participant in the essay competition, Emmanuel Sam Bekwing. He's here to tell us something about the essay competition that is about to happen. Now, Elizabeth is also with us, and we are going to take them through this interview, and they are telling us about how the essay is running. Ozu,
sir,
you are welcome.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Emmanuel, welcome.
Thank you very much, sir.
Very well. What is the Justice Amo essay competition all about? How did it start?
Thank you so much. The Justice Amo Connectional Essay Writing Competition began 2 years ago. You know, at the AMB, we have flagship programs, the band festival, and other things. We also believe that it is not every boy or girl who would be good on the instruments. Others too may have their strength at the writing aspect of their lives. So the Connectional Coordinator and other officers came together, thought about it, and the Justice Amo essay writing competition was introduced.
Wow, wow, wow. Tell us 2 quick things about yourself and how you joined the brigade, and then we'll know more about it.
I am a teacher by profession.
Very well.
I joined the brigade in the year 2000. It's a very tender age. I joined through introduction by a friend. A friend introduced me to the brigade at school. So Sunday after church, I went for the first meeting, and it has been the history till now.
Wow, 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 wow. Who sponsors this competition, and what's the package?
The sponsor is the late chairman-elect for the secondary diocese, Brother Justice Amo. Has been so supportive since its inception. This is the second edition, actually. He took over the first one, and we are in the second edition.
Wow, wow.
All right, so what's the criteria for this essay?
the last edition, we made it that the senior girls and then the company boys competed among themselves, while the brigadiers and the senior boys. So what happened was whoever won for each of the sections went to the finals. This time we've made a review and we've had 4 ranks. So the senior boys are doing theirs separately, the brigadiers are doing theirs separately, the company section and the senior girls. So this time we have 4 ranks competing. So anyone within the ages of 12 to 15 for the senior girls and the company section, and the senior boys and the brigade 16 to 19, you are eligible to compete.
Emmanuel, tell us a bit about yourself and how you joined the brigade.
Okay, so I am a senior boy from the 54th Accra company.
54th Accra?
Yes, please.
Wonderful.
Okay, so I joined the brigade at a tender age. I was actually, as soon as I could walk, I joined the brigade, which was, I think, 2012. So my mom was a brigader. My dad is still a patron of the brigade. So then, since my infancy, I've been a very big fan of the brigade.
What attracted you to join the brigade?
Okay, so at a young age, there is...
Oh, so at a young age, we were pushed into the brigade.
Yes.
So it was like you were born to it?
Yes,
yes,
okay.
yes. So what has sustained your interest then?
Okay, so in the brigade, we have instruments that we learn. So musical instruments. So I pride myself in actually learning the euphonium, which is a bass instrument. So I'm part of the band at my company and then in my diocese too.
Okay.
Are you not too old to win the brigade?
Oh, okay, there's
Are you
nothing...
in JSS1 or?
Oh no, please, I'm a first year science student at Infant
First year science at Infant School.
Yes, please.
Wonderful revelation. So you don't feel shy being in brigade uniform marching along the street? It's not something for kids?
Oh no. I've seen 60-year-olds, I've seen octogenarians, I've seen 80-year-olds, I've seen 90-year-olds who are actually still in the brigade. So I do not believe that I'm too old to be in the brigade.
Okay.
You are participating in the essay competition?
Yes, please.
What has been your experience?
So far, so good. It's been tenuous, it's been fun, but I know it's been educative.
I see.
Yes, please.
So are you facing any challenges?
Well, we would have to couple the essay writing competition with other things, home chores and other activities in our lives, but you know, it's going well by God's grace.
Okay, does the writing have a limited number of words, or does it come with any sort of criteria
so
that you think you are missing or you are doing well at?
Okay, so in my category, we are actually supposed to write about 450 words.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then once you start to write, you have about 45 minutes to write. That was at the Dyson level. So you had to give more than 450 words. So then in my case, I feel I was able to give more than the 450, which earned me my spot at the national level.
Okay.
Well, what advice do you have for those who would want to be part of the essay competition? What can you say to encourage others to join, since you are benefiting from it?
Okay. Writing is fun. And being in the brigade is fun. So once both of them have agreed to actually produce something, why not? If you have the skill to write your heart out, but be mindful. We are a Christian organization, and please, we do not entertain some words in our essays.
Okay. So when is the deadline for the essay writing?
Okay, so the competition is actually going to be on the 16th of August, 2025.
Okay. 16th of August?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
That would be at the...
Efidiase.
Okay. Your final words, Emmanuel.
So what I want to say is, so far we have 5 dioceses who are done with their diocesan context. So I'm appealing to all dioceses who haven't done theirs yet, that when they go for their conferences, they should make sure they do the finals, select their winners, and we meet at the Efidiase diocese for the national finale.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Abraham, Ebenezer, and Emmanuel, for joining us. Emmanuel is an advancement board, science student for that matter, writing for the AMB. Thank you very much. I'm taking a break. I'll be back. This is the Brigades are bringing the brigade closer to you. Thank you for joining us.
patronage of our founding churches, the Methodist, Presbyterian, Anglican, the Evangelical Presbyterian, the 𝗟𝗡𝗎 and other affiliate churches of Ghana, the Boys and Girls Brigade Councils of Ghana present the Brigades Hour. Hallelujah! A stimulating and instructive hour-long, made-for-you TV magazine extravaganza featuring lively archival recap of the history of the Boys and Girls Brigades as international and domestic ecumenical, non-denominational, regimented Christian organizations. Join us on the extensive journey of discovery of the 4 core pillars of all our programs: the physicality of our camping, expedition, and drills, the spiritually uplifting praise, worship, and intensive Bible study for all our boys and girls in our company meetings, highly educational content of our artificial intelligence and robotic contact sessions for all our boys and girls, and our extensive basic and command courses for all our officers. As for the social fit and balance, we rely on recreation, sports, and our youth parliament. Take a cozy front seat and soak in our captivating segments: district, regional, and national reports, denominational reports, international briefs, and the frills and thrills brigade drills. Be interactive with us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and win excellent prizes on our monthly GB and BB quiz as you join us on phone. Is the Brigade Hour showing live on WTV and PCGTV on Wednesdays at these exclusive times. GB, seek, serve, follow Christ. BB, sure and steadfast. Brigades Hour. Oh, you dozen, Toffee.
Thank you for staying around. Now we are here with a giant in the brigade. When I joined the brigade in class 4, he was my captain. And this gentleman has been an officer for 53 good years. He's been a national training officer for 50 solid years. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Mr. Ebenezer 𝗟𝗓𝗓. Mr. Kramer, you are very much welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for joining us. Emmanuel is still with us to discuss the things in the brigade. Lisbeth, 50 years of being in the brigade, just as an officer. He started as a boy, but an officer for 50 good years. That's solid, isn't it?
I'm overwhelmed. That is something we should look up to.
Yes, yes. Mr. Kramer,
yes, sir.
Tell us about yourself. Some of us know a little. Tell the rest more.
Right. This is 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓, 10th born of Madam late Adwamiya Mary Mensah and late George Kramer. Initially, I was not in the brigade setup. Rather, my senior brother, who was a staff sergeant. And you know, first Sunday of every month, brigade appears in uniform. So for my illiterate mother, it was a blessing when she sees her son standing before the whole congregation, receiving benediction, coming back to home. Fortunately, God in his own wisdom, one day when Girls Brigade was being enrolled in Cape Coast, I saw almost all the senior girls, they were discussing about me. So I saw them and decided not to move out from the church because they will form up before I come out. But look, these 8 girls did not. So eventually they arrested me. But before that, so I gave my fancy name. I didn't mention the Kramer at all. No, Mr. Kramer, Mr. Kramer. And lo and behold, today, here am I.
So he was arrested and dragged into the brigade virtually by these young ladies. And how has the journey been over the years?
To God be the glory. Because if I had not been in the brigade, perhaps I would have been a very disregarded. Why disregarded? When you come to Cape Coast, I was born in an area called Kotokraban Sabum. At a very tender age, I was sent to buy weed, drinks, cigarettes. But to the glory of God, today, because of the Boys Brigade, I don't even smoke. Neither do I drink. Boys Brigade has done a great thing for me. Hence, until perhaps my last breath is taken out of me, when this uniform will be out of me. So long as I have breath and strength, forward ever.
Backwards never. Wow, that's so impressive. Mr. Kramer, can you tell us about you were an organizer, a national organizer. How has that been for 50 years? For
correction, I wasn't a national organizer. Okay. I was a training officer.
Training officer.
Even though I applied for, when the opportunity came that Ghana Council has to employ a full-time national organizer. But for the sake of the brigade, I decided to let it go.
Okay.
I openly said to the council meeting that yes, I can serve the brigade in all capacities. So not to be a national organizer would make me a strong advocate for the advancement of Christ Clamour Boys. I have been a training officer and became the central regional organizer.
Okay.
I think it was about for 13 years.
Okay.
It was during our time that this advocation came that no, one person cannot hold a mantle for quite long. And certainly during my time, there were a number of young officers who have gone through the training mill. So certainly we give chance to others to be training officers. And it wasn't an easy thing. I always look at the current officers and I feel pain in my heart. During my time, there was no mobile phone, there was nothing. And yet, contacts, communication, training courses were held. I quite remember at one of our training sessions, after doing all on the ground work, I and my captain, late 𝗟𝗜𝗘𝗓𝗓, there was no bed for us. Per classroom, we slept overnight. Wow. And once again, to God be the glory, this has strengthened me, equipped me, and wherever I go, yes, people take inspiration from me.
Of course.
No, is it, Elizabeth, if we decide to talk about just the 50 years as an officer for Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓, exactly. The town will not be now.
Yes, it wouldn't.
Let's look at Central Region.
Wow.
How is Central Region doing?
Central Region, unfortunately, we have one major disadvantage. And the disadvantage is lack of employment opportunities. So when I was a regional organizer, we endeavored to concentrate on teachers, because teachers, when you come out from a training college, at least you will be at a station for 5 years. And these 5 years, before you decide to move out, something good might have come on. We have a lot of officers we have trained, but before you are aware of either pursuing education outside or employment outside. But I thank God, when the region was being created, there were only 4 enrolled companies and 14 prospective companies. Out of these 14 prospective companies, today I can count about 6 of them as enrolled companies. Only one company that has gone into the mud, First Chromem Company, but the rest are actively moving on. And one inspiration that I always look back, we aren't many, but when you talk of discipline, yes, I can vouch for Central Region because of the foundation laid by our predecessors.
Wow, very impressive. So when it comes to your company, tell us a little about that. What company are you coming from, sir?
Yes, that's First Cape Coast Company.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
And Mr. Hope is now my captain.
That's nice.
Yes.
When I joined, he was my captain. Now I'm his captain.
You see?
Yes.
That's good, actually. So please, can you tell us something a little?
First Cape Coast. When I took over as the captain, in fact, before I took over as the captain, our captain, Mr. late 𝗟𝗜𝗓𝗓𝗓, there wasn't photocopy machines, there wasn't anything. But Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓 and his officers will ensure that every member of the company gets a copy of the program. Bible class program, and then normal weekly activities program. Okay. And today, when we have this photocopier, officers are finding it difficult to give programs out to companies. We were taught how to give weekly contribution. Let me humbly make an appeal to parents, guardians, and church leaders who are listening to this program. A lot of churches are now refusing to allow their children to pay dues. We call it weekly contribution.
Okay.
And I bet you this has generated something in me that when I'm giving out, I don't care, because I know certainly it will bounce back in manifold.
Yeah.
Today, when you go to a lot of companies, but before you realize, no, a very well-to-do person can dish out his hand in his pocket, take friends to a drinking spree, spend a lot of money. But when the mother is sick and the sisters or those at home call him, before you are aware, the mother will be moving slowly into her grave. So parents, church leaders, encourage these little ones to give.
Yeah.
We are paying 1 peso a week, 20 to 5 pesos a week.
Okay, Ima, I'll come to you very soon. But Mr. Okramer, tell us about the activities in Central Regional Council, some of the things that are happening now, so that we can appreciate the work going on there.
Central Regional Council, we are trying our best to, in a little way, digress a little from our 4 core programs. Infancy, we are seeing Obradana also down. So as we are developing, the Regional Council is trying to bring in topics and certain programs that will enable the younger ones to fit properly into the society. Yes, this is what Central Regional Council is doing. Again, in our worship, place of worship.
Right, so kindly on our screens we have pictures of training programs and conferences. This is an enrollment service, I think, at First Agonas Radio. Yes, First Agonas Radio Company, in line with the expansion. And this is where there was a soccer competition that Central Region took part and came out very well. These are some of the girls playing their role in the church, teaching them how to read the Bible, etc. Mr. Okramer, continue.
Yes. Looking at this, there are a number of adults, if you ask them to stand before people to talk, you find them shivering. And this has made some of us to be able to stand. To be frank with you, not that I'm bragging, but I'm sure no matter what the audience, let me just keep quiet, pray, and then taking deep breath. It will flow. These are some of the experiences the brigade has given us, and we'll continue to do that.
Right, right. We'll open the phone lines pretty soon. But Emma, do you share in this experience of being part of the brigade and be able to speak in public?
Yes, please.
Tell us something about that.
Okay, so at age 7, I was actually tasked by my captain to lead a parade, a makeshift parade at rehearsal. So then, if let's say we had to continue with that, age 7, how many? Mr. Okramer over here is about 60 years plus. So then, if we had to
60
do that,
years, we added plus. That's okay. Continue.
okay. So if a 7-year-old is supposed to continue that, the numbers will increase. If he goes anywhere, any other number, as he said, pray, it will come. I believe it.
Very well. We'll activate the phone lines very soon. So, Emma, you add one more thing that you think will attract people. You spoke about being in the band, right?
Yes, please.
Tell us your experience about the band.
Okay, so the 54th Accra band and then the NAD Lysisan band has been to a lot of programs. We've met a lot of people and then we've seen a lot of things. So then we play to attract, to draw souls to Christ. If we continue with this, you'll be able to learn how to do a lot of things. We can have a lot of competitions. The Connectional Band Festival, for instance, you get to meet people, you get to socialize, you get to network. It will also help in our economic activities and then our school lives too.
Fantastic, fantastic. Mr. Okramer, share some on the expansion in Central Region before Elizabeth comes in.
Yes. Fortunately, with the coming in of the denominational association, this has come to bring to bear the thoughts of late Reverend Kobne Bedu Makedu Bando. In fact, I quite remember at 76 council meeting, he brought out this idea when he went outside the country, seeing council meeting with denominational camps to discuss about issues pertaining to denominational setups. Initially, people did not accept it. They gave it a very wrong reading. But today, yes, people can sit down and look, why is this church having a number of companies and we are still wallowing? So in a way, it is gingering up churches to make sure that this good idea of organizing boys and girls can be expanded. Central Region is not out of this a lot of prospective companies are coming up. But with this our problem of offices, in fact, when I was a regional organizer, I insisted that before I enroll a company, at least we should have about 7 offices. Why 7? We have colors. So color party officers are there. We have 2 other officers who direct traffic, one in front of us and then one at the rear, so that drivers will not knock us down. The band, if there is a band, we have a band instructor. He also joins with it. So if you have less than this number, it means your company will be found wanting. And with the lack of employment, in a way, at times we have to be a little bit lenient and then encourage the churches to move on. Yeah.
Wow, thank you very much. Our phone lines are open. You can reach us on 053-835-0625. 053-835-0625. And those from those companies from Cape Coast, if you have actually encountered Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓, kindly call in. Let's hear your experience.
No,
I think we'll love that.
The name 𝗟𝗓𝗓 is only with Cape Coast, so Central Ghana as a council.
Exactly, yes. Wherever you are, if you have experienced him, let's hear from you. Let's hear from you.
Right, Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓, how would you rate the commitment of officers in Central Region?
Like I said earlier on, there are always people who found themselves at the wrong side of the laid down principles of the brigade. And such officers find it difficult, especially when I'm around.
Okay, we have a caller from Takwa. Joseph from Takwa. Welcome.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello, Joseph. Welcome. These are Brigades are.
Thank you, what's your appointment?
Nyamina Domboko, what's your appointment?
Nyamina Dumo. I'm ready. Me captain, my former captain, Minadi. And they get me only a by. Then you'll be away experience there. 50 good years. Oh, yeah. Every employer can 20 pony. Yaku in my bag. The one the 50 watt for brim, pound watt for brim pa. I can't begin no to me, Janando. And he had an there or don't begin on fire. Or more con obey now, or Jim or Wama, Santa is opening without you.
Yeah, that's a papa for your mission.
All right, we'll take our second caller from 𝗟𝗓𝗓. Emilia from 𝗟𝗓𝗓. Hello, Emilia, if you can hear us.
Yes, please, I can hear you.
All right. Good evening, and what do you have for us?
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to use this platform to tell Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓 that we really appreciate him, we love him for the good work he's doing for us. We pray that God will grant him long life to be able to nurture us so that we will grow and be like him. Uncle, we love you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye. We love you so much.
Thank you very much, Emilia. Very Reverend Dr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗘 Beidu, welcome to Brigades Hour.
Thank you very much, and how are you all doing?
We are doing exceedingly well.
I'm so grateful to God for your life. I have been a Girls Brigade commandant myself years back at 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓. There's one thing I want to say, probably it hasn't come up. The brigade girls, both girls and boys, are very smartly dressed. And my son, he helped. I organized the brigade at Domi, Mount Zion. When I went there, they were dormant, so I had to organize it. My son is actively involved in it. He is also Emmanuel. Everybody is smartly dressed. Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓, hello.
Hello.
Look at you, very smartly dressed. And look at the hostess and Emmanuel. God bless you. In fact, brigaders are very smart and very, very neatly dressed. Keep it up.
Thank you. Keep it up. We are all going to keep it up. Let's take 𝗟𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓. 𝗟𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
From Wolensi. Can you hear me, please? 𝗟𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗓.
Yes, please.
All right,
Yes,
you're
please.
welcome. What do you have for us?
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you. Please speak up.
Okay, I also like to thank the Brigade executives for such a wonderful program. I think I'm proud to hear the voice of my dad on the television, and also one of the greatest men who always inspire me when I do. I would say I am a boy from also first Cape Coast, and the Brigade was for my best and has really helped me. I would like to encourage the public that whoever finds himself in a brigade, just as our motto says, sure and steadfast. All we need is to look up on God. Me being an anchor, Jesus being an anchor of our soul, and everything will be of its own. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us. Audio from Woodlandsea. Captain Amiche from Cape Coast. Amiche, welcome. Apome. Here who you papa Brigades hour on your way.
Yeah, let's make that be the mass mother program.
Yeah, merci.
Mr. Kema, why are you about and see a Kaka Musma kind of officer I have a better than the Yakan Abba, Venetia from Bobina, Yafan Trinimo from now, yeah, more evangelism, but remember one, not to have a bonaparte. Yafan, second 1 year. I'm the program in England to get young people to speak everything is English, but I'm the program in English here too much. Yet another church is also number 1. I'm the Bokono or the can't I won't make
okay. Yeah, that's it. Too.
All right, let's move straight to Temale. Kingsley, are you with us?
Yes.
You are welcome. Please, what do you have for us?
Yeah, whether Mr. Bruce, Captain Bruce, and then and now in a
Kingsley, your line is breaking. Can you stand somewhere very firm?
No, I want to know from you, your visitors to know whether Bruce, Captain Bruce, who was from and then one man who was also
Kingsley, can you kindly call us back?
Okay.
Because your line is really breaking and we could hardly hear you.
Kingsley, Mr. Thomas Bruce has joined the triumphant officers. You will mention Mr. Boatin. Boatin is still in Kumasi Bantama, if that is the person you are talking of. Yes, today he doesn't wear the uniform, but his heart is with the brigade. He is helping Bantama Company tremendously. Right.
Thank you very much. We have a call from Tamale, I think. Bon, Bright from Bon, right. Bright.
Hello.
Okay. Hello, Bright.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm Bright, calling from First Home.
Okay.
And I would say Brigade has played very pivotal role in bringing as an individual, personally, and with my career as an accountant. I think that Bobby said earlier on, which got into addressing how we handle ourselves. It really helped me in my development. And I want to encourage each and everyone, or all the parents, to help the younger ones to enroll into the brigade. And another testimony is about my friend who I've been in the brigade with. To the glory of God, now he's been in the military, U.S. Army. And during his interview, he alone mentioning being a brigader has been a plus to him for him to be enrolled. So I want to entreat each and everyone to enroll. That it will be of a very good one of these days. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. We have our last caller on the line, Gloria from Cape Coast. Gloria, can you hear us?
Yes, please.
All right. You are welcome. And what do you have for us?
Yes, please.
Hello.
Hello, Gloria.
Yeah, I'm happy I've seen my captain and my ex-captain on the TV.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you for acknowledging our presence. How is Cape Coast?
Cape Coast is fine, but it's raining.
It's raining.
Yes.
What can you say about Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓?
I can say many things about Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓, like the way he has helped us through the brigade, everything. We are happy to see him alive, and we pray for him to long life, prosperity, and health. We thank God he is alive with us in First Cape Coast. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gloria. We are very grateful you called. Now, to all those who are still trying to call, Gloria happens to be our final caller. Don't go away. We'll keep your calls coming. Even next week, we'll be picking more calls from Tamale, Woolensey, and all of that. We are very grateful for joining us. Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓 and Emmanuel, a sentence each, your final words. Emmanuel.
So, to all those out there, I would encourage you, join the brigade. It's a family. Come and join your brothers and sisters. Don't feel shy. You are not too old. You are not too young. The brigade is open to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. 𝗟𝗓𝗓, your final words.
To officers, let us hold a mantle and lead these children to Christ. Boys and girls, focus on Christ and you will enjoy.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll take a break shortly. When we come back, we'll take our upcoming events. Keep watching the Brigades Hour.
This is the new Wesley Towers. It is a state-of-the-art office space located in the Ambassadorial Enclave, Accra. The property comes with a main entrance foyer with a classic central chandelier lighting. Our 13-passenger elevator with an air diffuser and a display screen for all your outfits will surely take you to the auditorium. At the Wesley Towers is a 500-seater auditorium for all your events. It's fully soundproof with a centralized air conditioning system. Our liner speakers, MCR, LED screens, and LED stage lights are fully in place. After an eventful day in our auditorium, you are sure to feel refreshed in the spacious 200-seater capacity roof terrace with a pergola in place. With 100 available car parking space, this new edifice is safe and secured with our security systems in place. Over 100 camera points and car parking control system. We have washrooms, restaurant, and an on-site clinic. Book our conference rooms for your corporate meetings whilst admiring the water fountain synchronizing with colorful lighting and music. Wesley Towers is designed to make you feel safe, offering you the needed luxurious space. It comes with affordable pricing package. Please contact for details and inspection. 0503 109 978 or 0500 166 304 or 0556 302 880 0243 614 423. Wesley Towers, offering you a safe, secured, luxurious space.
Welcome to the Brigades Hour. We will take our upcoming events. Our first upcoming event shall be the essay writing competition. Second, Justice Amo Connectional Essay Writing Competition. And this will happen in April. All circuits from the diocese session will take from May to July, all dioceses. And the final essay writing competition will be held at Efidiase Diocese on 15th August. 15th August. I hope you are preparing for the competition because it's going to be tough. It's going to be interesting. Also, right coming up is the 70th anniversary lunch of the Girls Brigade Ghana at Ashanti region. That is the Ashanti North Regional Council. The theme is Rising Strength, Soar Like an Eagle, Isaiah 40:31. The venue for the lunch will be at Adansi District, Obuasi, and the date shall be 24th and 25th May 2025. You don't want to miss this. Coming up also, next week, that's next week on the Brigades Hour, we shall be joined by Emilia and Angelina from Cape Coast. Emilia and Angelina coming right up down here in Accra from the central region. Thank you for listening to us. To my brother.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. I think it's been an interesting hour focusing on Central Region and the second Justice Amo Essay Competition. I've enjoyed myself, and I'm sure you have also. Thank you, all callers. Thank you to everyone who joined us. And the same time next week, Wednesday, we'll meet you again on Brigades Hour. And so through all the length of days, thy goodness faileth never. Danke.
When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your anchor shift over remains? Will your anchor see the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your anchor shift over remains? the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your anchor shift over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your anchor shift over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your anchor shift over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your anchor shift over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your anchor shift over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your anchor shift over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your anchor shift over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your anchor shift over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your anchor shift over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor sink the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor see the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor see the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor see the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor see the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor see the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor see the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor see the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong tides lift and the cables strain, will your handkerchief over remains? Will your anchor see the storms of life when the clouds unfold their wings of strife? When the strong